Good morning, beautiful people. So over this last week, I've been hanging out with Kyle and from Night Shift Customs and his family. Now that my vacation is over, it's time to get back to work. So before we actually start the quest, we need to acquire a few things. Right now, I'm at Dixie Spin Laundromat in St. George, and we're gonna get our laundry done. And then when I've completed that, I will talk more about what's going on. Really excited to be able to equip my jeans again. So before we get out of this area, Utah, I want to acquire a jack, a socket set, new shoes. The washing is like an estimated 30 minutes and it'll be $2 to dry. So 10 bucks total for laundry, I guess. It's pretty pricey. The car is not starting very well because it's been cold and rainy, and we've, I think, drained the battery. So at some point we're gonna need a new main battery. I'm very sure of it. But for now, I think it's holding up, and we need to drive so we can charge the batteries. So I'm not sure if our dual battery isolator is working properly or what. It does turn off once it's at 2.8, which I guess is what it's supposed to do. Okay, so today is the official start of Road Trip Quest. And what we need to do is roll a dice for this area, Utah, how many quests we have to complete before we can leave. But also one of the rules is we can't leave the area until we've earned as much as we've spent. Up there. So yeah, you kind of like come down and around, which makes it really fun to drive. But I don't know about not knowing the city. I don't know how it's gonna be DoorDashing. So besides climbing rocks and mountains and stuff, I was playing soccer with Todd all night. Okay, we got our new shoes. I was going to get the 3.0s, but they don't make them in wide, so we stuck with the delivery 2s. All right, so time to roll some dice. One. So that means we're only required to complete one quest before we leave. But we also have to advance the subplot. This is the quest deck. So we're gonna shuffle the deck. Okay, so eat at a 3-star or higher place, take a picture of your car, and I can't eat after dark. Okay, so these are my 3 quests. So we may or may not complete any of these right now, but these are the quests that we have active, and I have one that I have to complete before we leave. So we have one quest and at least one subplot. We might try to complete that can't eat after dark quest. Today we're mainly just going to be acquiring things. So wet and my shoes have holes in them. But $100 later to cure my anxiety. Okay, now that we have basically everything we need in case we get in case we have to change a tire or something, or control arm, I don't know. Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it though. When it stops, maybe you'll... Yeah, that's it scraping. All right, so we got our water bottle, 18 bucks, and sunglasses, because we broke the ones we bought from Loki. It's $15. So, today has been an expensive day. Woo! We just dodged a giant rock. That was almost really bad. Look at the clouds on the mountain, how they are like swirling around it. Horses! Growing up, I had Outrun for the Sega. Outrun was a game that I played to death. I didn't know at the time but I was extremely lucky to have that game. And just going through the different levels and getting to different zones and seeing the environment change, like I want, like that's what has inspired me to want to do a road trip, So going through these different zones and seeing the environment change, and it's really like that in America, probably in other parts of the world too, but I don't know. We just have all these beautiful roads, and I'm so excited. We literally built a car for this, it's epic. It's not some sick turbo rear wheel drive like badass car, but it's DD. And honestly, this car is awesome. It has treated me so well. It's chill. It's just doing its thing. Okay, so this is like, I think, the end of Springdale. There's nothing really here for us, like what we're after. I don't know that we can actually get on the BLM land that's close. It's hard to tell with the map we have. But I'm just going to kind of drive up here until we can find an area where we can pull off. So five coffee shops in this town, I counted. It's still pretty cold, so... So it seems like the prices are $35 for a vehicle, or like $30 for a motorcycle, and then I think that says interagency annual $80. So if I pay that $80, I think I can go through all of this stuff, or maybe just $15 through the tunnel. We'll find out. Okay, so he really did not want to take cash. This has been a very expensive day. They took it though, so yeah, we just spent $80 to get into the park, but now we can go to all the national parks, and I think it allows us to camp there and everything, from what it sounded like talking to this guy. So I'm just going to turn in at the first campground, which we see, which is closed. Sick. All right, I'm really just looking for a place where we can stop, and I feel like very boxed in. I don't know. It's like this new zone is very, like, I guess there's places to like break out and then go hiking, right? But it doesn't seem like there's a lot of open area to like where you can drive off the beaten path. But I don't know. I just started. There's a lot of area here to explore. That's the curve we just took down there. So nice. It's hard to really take it all in. It's just massive. And there's this like dip in there, which looks really cool. Some black rock like kind of on top. So we're about to go through the Zion Tunnel. It was built in 1920. Got some Corvettes out here, ready to have some fun. Well, they're driving pretty slow, but they got to. Respecting the road. Sick. There's a blue one and a red one. Look at that. The scale is just insane. There's Dee Dee, just chilling. First thing we're gonna do is rev it. So I think this is a trailhead. Right? I think we can go down there. So I'm probably gonna do that. This rock is super cool. There's lots of like little tiny beautiful rocks in here. Beautiful mountain here, and we're about to make some food. And hopefully not forget that there's a steep thing behind us and we fall. All right, we got this bacon on here. So these are jalapeno poppers from Albertsons, and I feel like the bacon is a good opportunity to kind of season the pan. So we're gonna kind of spread that on there. Let those get themselves all warm, and then I'm gonna heat up this pot of water so we can get some coffee. And then we'll throw on the red meat after this starts cooking a bit. Oh, it's cooking. It smells great. I have worked out first and then eaten, but I'm gonna do some workout after. I destroyed this thing. Clean this up. So what I'm gonna do to clean this is scrape it. Anyways, scrape all this stuff together and put it inside the plastic bag everything came in, and then we'll throw away that bag. Somebody was saying that, oh, well, Road Trip Quest can't be a game because there's no way to lose. I was like, well, what if I don't make it to Galloping Ghost Arcade? Then don't I lose? So we're on the 9 East right now, and our goal is really just to get to the 89. So that's why I was thinking Overton. It's like really close to the 89. All right, we just finished the drive that Kyle recommended us to come on, and now we're across the street from the 89 and 9 at the base of Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel. These old trucks are pretty cool. They're just chilling here. Hood ornaments. It's all rusting. This is like somebody's dream, you know, this car. Insane. Beautiful though. Dee and I are now in Richfield, Utah, and we are, I was able to get my video uploaded, so I think I kind of have a plan. It shows that it's sort of busy here for DoorDash, so I'm gonna try to get some deliveries in, and yeah. So it's 10 o'clock now, and we did 3 deliveries, and then we got to a 4th place, but it was closed. So I think we got some reimbursement for that. I don't really know how it works, but it's about 10 o'clock now, and I want to finish like getting my video together, and we're scraping still, so I want to find a place where we can kind of fix that. This actually looks like a great parking lot, honestly, to just hang out in, but I'm gonna get some gas first. We made $15, so, you know, I definitely, we're about to spend some money on gas though, so it's gonna kind of even out. And I have the token. I'm trying to complete the quest where we don't eat after dark, and how that works is, as long as to complete that quest is like for the whole zone. So every day we're here, we can't eat after dark. Okay, so we're probably gonna camp out here. We're close to Walmart in a T-Mobile parking lot. Great clips by a light. I'm not gonna stay here for a long time, maybe a couple hours. Yeah. I almost ate a banana, but I forgot about the card. I can't eat. Okay, so, but doesn't say anything about drinking. Although a protein shake or like a fruit smoothie or something like that would be considered cheating. But the margaritas Brittany's mom gave us is not. Well, here we go. Cheers. It's 7 o'clock and we survived the night. Welcome and welcome back. I'm BK and this is my cartoon life. We have to complete one quest in this zone, Utah, which is, we're trying to do this one. Can't eat after dark. So we didn't eat last night and these are our two quests we got. Our video involving gaming and then get food somewhere then cook something similar. Oh, that's a fun quest. We only need to complete one quest in this zone. So I'm gonna try to make it the night one. Let's take, so we gotta keep this quest. The eat at 3-star list can go away too because we're poor right now. So the take a picture of your car is a good one. Before we leave Utah though, we need to earn quite a bit of money. One of the rules is that we have to earn everything we spent. And we've spent $15 for food, $80 on the pass, $50 on the $20 in gas, like $200. We're probably gonna be here for another couple days. Okay, well, now that we have sort of a plan, I'm gonna head to Walmart, and then we're gonna figure out which city we're gonna stop in. Rachel Krogan, Beaker, Osler, Open 90, Cynthia, El Cover, and Jill Miguel. Welcome to the arcade. At 225, we need to change the oil. So we're gonna head to Ephraim, I think. I don't know where my earpiece went. We made it to Ephraim. This is the Southtown Theater. I think it looks cool. It's a pretty beautiful place. Apparently they're calling it Little Denmark. It would be fun to watch a movie in a place like this sometime. I know in Winnemucca there's a little movie theater, so maybe eventually we'll check that out. So I'm gonna switch the car into work mode so that way we can edit and then drive later. 30, 10, something like that. And we've got most of a video done, but the battery on the laptop is getting low. I feel like things are getting more and more efficient. Like I'm organizing things in a nicer way. And yeah, anyways, I don't know. Even if we had just tried to not use the CRT, we would still have the inverter so we could charge the laptop. We're like not really an RV anymore because now we're reliant on having to charge the laptop. I might buy a cheap inverter because it's very useful, but we need to get out of Utah before we do anything. Because I would love to take some footage of playing some games out in the wilderness, but there's a long trip ahead of us, so we gotta manage our resources and try to get it together. Behind us, minibar driving. Things. Where's my camera even looking at? There it is. This man just behind me and like riding me the knot and riding me the knot. And he finally decides to pass me. I don't know why like stupid things like that affect me. It blows my mind that we are capable of creating such things. Someday maybe we'll have mechs, like real mechs. I keep missing the signs that are like, welcome to this place. But we're really close to Provo. Behind us is a place called Chubby's. I think it's like a Utah area exclusive. And Kyle from Night Shift Custom said it was some really good food. So we're gonna see if we can eat here and charge our stuff. Remember, we can't eat tonight. We can't eat after dark, so we're gonna try to fill up. So we have here burgers, sandwiches. Well, we gotta try the burger. Dragon Slayer burger. All right, let's see what we're working with. So we have I forget what these buns are called. I think it's a brooch. Yeah, it's not toasted on the top, but it's toasted on the inside on a grill. Looks like fry sauce, some lettuce, basically a whole salad. Bacon. This isn't the right burger. Blue cheese. Oh, maybe it is. Okay, bacon, blue cheese. Where's the blue cheese? Anyways, you got a patty. It's got like a barbecue sauce or something on it. They said blue cheese crumble. I don't see it though. It's probably up here. The bread is fantastic. It wraps around the burger and holds it in because it's not toasted on top, so it doesn't like flake off and crumble. And that wraps it really, really nice. Also, all the flavors together are good. There's a little bit of spice from some sort of like pepper or something. The red onions maybe. And yeah, there is blue cheese in here. It's just kind of like melted or something. You can taste it. Very delicious, gardeny type burger. 4865, and we need to change at 5000. So we need to get oil. So we're dashing right now. So I'm gonna dash for the next 4 hours or so, and then hopefully we get enough for oil, and we need to start paying off like what we owe. These are really nice. While I was driving around, I saw a place called Bit Jump or something like that. So it's probably a retro store. When we finish our shift, we should check it out. Really cool shops in this area. So that we found out where Bit Jump is, and then there's also this like theater store. I'm not gonna go in there, but it's pretty cool. We're kind of on a time crunch, so that's. What's up? Sure. Yep. Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Yo.
How we doing out here, buddy? Yeah.
Are these murals? As you can see, there's one behind me, and then this game store has one. Somebody who wanted to jump in the video. I didn't really know what to say, but next time I should be like, After Earth Arcade or some dumb thing, but whatever. I realized that we're not going to include some of the things into the sum that we need to earn before we leave, because it's kind of ridiculous. Like the jack and the socket set, our oil, those things we're not going to count in. So after we pick up the oil, we're going to go through and tally up what we need and what we earn. I found a Mew. Sonic 3D Blast. They got some Japanese that look Final Fantasy 9. We still don't have the first disc. Genesis collection. Codemasters game. I didn't even know they made Genesis games. They're the people that make all the great racing games. It's a great price. And then there's Strider over there, 15. Here we've got some pretty good stuff. Like they have Outrun, but not the one I want. 2019. It's a good, decent game still. The Sonic Classic collections are pretty decently priced too. $13, 3 games. No Comic Zone. So we're probably looking at Strider, either picking up Strider. Rocket Knight Adventure's a little out of budget. So Brian over there at BitJump was a really nice guy. They clean and test all of their hardware. So they actually have a person who comes in and takes the hardware apart, recaps it, put it back together. So it's a good place to buy old consoles. Their games aren't tested, but they have 90-day warranties. They even ship it. You can ship it back to them. So it's pretty cool. I picked up Strider. What we're headed to is 35 minutes north, and that's around over 10, I think. We want to finish that quest. We can't eat tonight, so I'm gonna try to get some more food while the sun's up. We emptied out some water bottles and things like that so we could get this vinegar jug empty. Put the old oil in the vinegar jug and then take it to the O'Reilly's down the road. And that's supposed to be lined up with that, so it seems like this may have like threaded out. So I'm gonna see if that's the case or if the belt is just it's squeaking a little bit. It's kind of always done that when it's cold. I really haven't messed with it, but well, I mean, we did mess with it because we replaced it. So really low. I believe that when it gets hot, the moisture in there boils out, so everything's still lined up and great. Nothing in it. There's not even any sparklies. I don't see anything at all. It doesn't look like there's a fuel. Can you see that? 4903. So 225 basically. So at 230 is our next oil change. Receipts for everything we've purchased so far. So I'm gonna kind of go through it and figure out what it is we actually need to pay back, because some things we purchased I think were just necessities that shouldn't be a part of the game. The food here was $15. So let's just call this 30, 40. Take a break and change, and then turn on Dasher, and we're gonna try to get to 40 bucks. And then if we can do that, we can spend the night outside of Utah. We're gonna have to fix the belt, something's up. It was squeaking really bad last time. But anyways, we're on North Harvest Moon Drive. We're on our delivery, third delivery. We have $15 right now. So, and there's literally a cow right here. You're so cute, baby. Hello. Don't touch the barbed wire. I don't want you to get hurt. 00 West is a travesty. There's like a left turn and then like a inner left turn and then a left turn. And then that left turn ends at a stoplight over there, so that goes red, but this is still green, so everybody backs up. Successful night overall. We made $97 here in Utah and we spent 80, so we have a little bit left. I'm not allowed to eat anything after dark, so I might get some gas, but we got to get out of Utah, man. I'm done. We did the side quest, we did the side quest. I think that we're gonna try to kind of plot out how we can leave Utah. Looking at the map a bit, and we kind of have two options. We can backtrack a bit and then try to get close to the Colorado border, and then tomorrow get up to like maybe halfway to Grand Junction. I feel like there'll be a lot more money in like going up through. I feel like we'll be able to earn a lot more money going through Colorado, but personally I've been through Colorado a few times and I've never stopped at Grand Junction, so it would be super sick to check that out. And we kind of want to hit Arkansas, so going that way and then, you know, Oklahoma, then to Arkansas. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Wyoming. I've never, like I said, I've never really been up that way, and yeah, so we're gonna just try to drive out to like by the 80 and hit up, I think it's Everton or something like that. Yeah, I just want to get out of town and get a place to camp and just kind of be out of this, like away from everybody tonight. Made it to Wyoming, and again I missed the sign that's like, you welcome to. So we've entered a new zone. That means we can officially say we completed the quest in Utah of not eating food after dark. Okay, I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm gonna go into this Flying J's and use the facilities. So we're gonna head to it. DoorDash says that it's busy right here where we are, but I'm tired. I should probably work, but I'd have to move the car around and stuff, and I don't want to. I need to edit, and I go to sleep, more sleep. Okay, I think it's fair to be hyped. We are on day 3 of Road Trip Quest. Okay, so now we need to roll to see how many quests we have to complete in this area. Oh no, 5. Yikes. That's why I was trying to keep some of these easier quests, like take a picture of your car and create a short video involving gaming. Okay, so since we have to complete 5 and we can only have 3 at one time, we're definitely going to be here for at least one day. So eat in the car, that's an easy quest. Beat a game, that's kind of hard. Play a game in your car. Wow, lots of game related stuff. Man, so if we buy the inverter, we can do like these 3 today. Remember also, we need to advance the subplot. So we need to find either an arcade, a game store, or a junkyard. So that inverter in there for 50 bucks, 400 watts is a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna put the phone mount in a different place. Hopefully it's better. We can get better shots, I think. I'm headed to Kenmure, and there we're gonna make some coffee and work on the channel. And then later we'll DoorDash up there. What you think of the new view? So $20. All right, we're taking the 80 towards Rock Springs to Kenmure. I think I'm gonna like Wyoming. I should have been behind us. Like, I like all the uphill turns. It's really fun because then on there, uphill turns are downhill turns, you know? Hello, beautiful person. How are you? I just wanted to check in and say that once the car gets pretty close to 5,000 miles, it does feel like it loses some power. But after we change the oil, it starts to feel a lot better. And it's starting to do that now. I think there's something wrong with the hydraulic system. I know I've said that in the past, but it's not enough to where it's gonna break it. It just, the clutch is just a little weird. I don't know. This is a sick tunnel. A lot of these exits have these kind of tunnels. This one's tagged up. Look at this. This one has a lot of street art. I do not want to drive through this puddle. Oh, we did. We just had a nice shower in Utah, so why not get a little muddy in Wyoming? The flowers are so beautiful. These smell the best. Flower girl for a while, and she always told me it's not the most beautiful flower, it's the one that smells the best. Yeah, I've been driving around this place for a minute now, and the roads are pretty bad, and I can't even find a place to like get out. There's nowhere to park. There's not a big shopping center. I really want to like get coffee and eat and hang out somewhere, but there's just like nowhere here. It's all houses everywhere. Yeah, so this is Highway 30. It's running along the train tracks. Everywhere you look around here are like treasures, little cool rocks everywhere. The ground here is kind of like mushy. We're gonna use this rock to cook on. It's pretty windy, so I'm not gonna talk much, but it's cooking up well. We have friend. It flies. So unlike the 89, which has all these like cool twists and turns, the 30 is pretty straight, and there are some like big turns, but this Exxon is the first time we've seen gas under $3. Okay, Green River. There doesn't seem to be a lot of deliveries here, but there are. It says that it's got some activity in Rock Springs, so we're gonna head up there. Okay, great. We're in Rock Springs now, and it's showing busy, so we're gonna start dashing, but before I do that, the belt keeps squeaking. So looks like it has turned. Dashing in River City Rock Springs. Okay, not bad. It's 6:40 right now, and we have $30. So I believe we spent about 20, 30, 40, 50. We spent 50, so we are down 20 bucks now. We're gonna I'm gonna find something to eat, and then we're gonna head to Cheyenne. Two 25300. I got ambitious thinking that we were gonna make it to Cheyenne. We're gonna go to Rolling, I think. Anyways, look how beautiful the sunset is. Okay, we're here in Rollins at the McDonald's, and we decided to stop here so that way we could charge our laptop, which again, we're gonna probably need an inverter at some point, because having to stop places and rely on them to charge the laptop is not great. But yeah, anyways, we got some chicken nuggets and coffee. All right, it's 11:30. I've been transferring data. Basically, that's all I've been doing for the last few hours, because I have like some hard drives in my phone, and then like it goes from the thing to the thing to the thing. So now I kind of have a system worked out. What I wanted to say before I went to bed was there is a few quests I would like to complete, because we have to complete 5 quests in this zone. I wanted to try to complete as many as we could today. So take a picture of your car. We took this picture. Sick, right? We're gonna eat in the car. I know we had McDonald's earlier, and one of these thingies. So play a game in your car. I know I could just like load up a game on the iPhone or whatever, but what this really is supposed to be is play a game on the CRT. So that's not gonna happen until we get the inverter, so I can't complete this quest right now. So 2 quests today, not too bad. We need to complete 5 before we can. So only 3. So we need to complete 3 more quests before we can leave Wyoming. And the subplot we're gonna try to do is visit a junkyard. We looked up one earlier this morning. It's quite a ways away still, so I think tomorrow morning we're gonna try to get everything together kind of quickly, and then DoorDash, so that way we can kind of earn some money early on and then get to the next city. Thanks for hanging out with me. This has been a wild ride. I appreciate you joining me. If you're working on something or striving for a personal goal, please let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, we survived day 3. I was a little upset. Like, I was a little worried last night because we were editing until, I would say, like 1 or so, and from 11:30 till then, every like 20 minutes or so, this cop would just circle us, and then he just at one point came right up to the back window and put his high beams on for like 10 seconds, then left. And then these trucks showed up around me, and they've basically been here all night. So yeah, at first I thought I was like gonna get in trouble or something, but that's what these spaces here are for. By the truck, maybe I'm supposed to have a trailer, so I'm not supposed to be here, but I don't know. Anyways, it created a lot of anxiety for me, so I wasn't really able to sleep much. But around 4 a.m. I finally like knocked out. It's almost 8 now, so we need to complete 3 more quests in the zone before we can leave. And this quest we have right now, and because we completed 2 quests and then 2 cards, because we draw 2 cards every day. So that's how that works. I know it was kind of confusing yesterday, but now it makes more sense, hopefully. Okay, so what quests do we want? We need to be able to complete 3 today. That's not gonna happen. Visit a 3-star or higher restaurant. That's probably not gonna happen. Or burger joint, actually. Visit a park. We could probably do that one. Create a short or video involving gaming. Why did we draw this one again? We need to shuffle better. Watch a movie in your car. We're gonna be here another night. Unless we get an inverter. Right. So yeah, we completed these in Wyoming in 2025. This one in Utah in 2025. So if we can earn enough money today to get an inverter, then we can like hit up a thrift shop or something and buy a VHS tape. Then we can watch a movie in the car, and we'll be able to play the Sega, and we can film it, so we can make a video about it. So we can complete all 3 quests today if we do that. Towards the end of Utah and the beginning of Wyoming, there were tons of roads that were just like potholes and things everywhere, uneven bumps. The car was bouncing up and down. When we were door dashing, we had to hit these like big speed bumps, and it was like, you know, the car, even though it's low, you know, I hadn't, after we got rid of the zip ties and banged up the heat shield a bit, we haven't been scraping anymore. And overall, even though we've been low, we've been able to manage everything. So that I'm happy with. I'm glad we redid all the suspension components. It's made a huge difference. This is where the biome changes. We go from rock and deserty type stuff to forest. I don't know if everything's gonna turn into forest, but so far I like the vibe of this town. The roads are pretty fun. They're not super beat up. I know this area's a little bumpy, but I haven't seen like major potholes yet. And the houses are quaint. I like how they have steps that go up to them. I like how I said ever the roads are good. I decided to sacrifice one of the DoorDash bags and put the oil stuff in there, so then I can stack like a pizza on top and it won't mess with this because it's got this here. And yeah, then we have, for normal deliveries and stuff, we'll have this basket here, and this kind of backs it so it can't really move. We're about to start dashing, but I was talking to one of my friends, and they were like, you should get a reward if you can complete 3 quests in one day, since you can only hold 3 cards. We rapped about it for a little while and decided if I can complete 3 quests in one card, then I can take a Joker out of the deck. So I think we scored. I was looking at this one, but this one's 40 and it's a 750 watt, so I'm still doing research on it. I think it's still modified, but modified sine wave, if we're not using it too long, shouldn't break the CRT. one is pure, but look, $200. This one's not even pure, and it's $95. These are really good deals, both of these. I kind of want the Black & Decker, but the other one is higher, closer to the peak because it's going to surge. All right, well, hopefully we don't blow up the CRT, but we got it in a trash can, so worst case scenario. Okay, I'm hyped. We picked up a 750 watt inverter for $30. Now we're just gonna wait to see if we get some DoorDash hits. I guess this is cool. We're delivering to the State Treasury Office. I like these big domes. I'm pretty sure this person is looking at our car. Like looking at the signatures. It really is pretty here. I like this tree a lot. They're very pink. Look at them. Little theater behind us. Okay, so it should be pretty easy. Just boom. And then boom. Okay. Oh, delivery. Whatever happened, it also knocked out my dual battery isolator. I don't know. I guess let's see if the inverter works first, and then we'll see why the dual battery isolator is broken. There's no initial D, so it's not really an arcade though. I'm gonna end up destroying my hat. I basically have, so probably won't survive the whole trip. We made $35 in 2 hours. That's not too bad. I decided to get some water, so we removed the margarita from the 2.5 gallon jug and put it in the 1 gallon jug and filled the 2.5 up with water. Got this coffee, so I'm gonna make this and do some laundry, clean the car. Okay, we're getting our laundry done, and I'm gonna try this coffee. It says it's got mushrooms in it. So I'm gonna try to fix the dual battery isolator, try to get the inverter working. If that happens, then, and it's not 7 o'clock yet, we'll find a thrift store, we'll get a VHS tape, and then we'll start working. And tonight, we should be able to complete all 3 quests, which means tomorrow, we should be able to take a shower. I think it's might having to do something with the ground. I just pulled the ground off. These look connected still. I'll get the multimeter out and double check, but I hope we didn't blow up this thing. I don't think so. The ground we were just sort of using inside of here with some tape, and that was making a ground contact, but now I just don't think that, like, yeah, you can see it right there. Okay. So it could be that. Let's see if it does anything now. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so we did just lose ground. Okay, so with the dual battery isolator likely just being the ground that's messed up, we're gonna go ahead and went ahead and disconnected the terminals, and I'm gonna just put this straight on here and see like if this works still, because last time it just blew up, so I'm not sure why. It's loading. It works. Okay, so I'm rummaging through this and I found that, and I forgot we got this to fix the battery in the front, but we never did that, so we're just gonna, I think we're just gonna use it like this. So this should let us ground it a lot better than how we're grounding it over there. Yes, it finally switched. Red light down here. So see how it says auto and then manual? So top light manual, bottom light auto. So they've got view here. You know, we could watch this whole black and white movie. Really not much. I don't know. These looked interesting. I know that Scorsese's supposed to be a good director. So, and this looks good. Mainly just looking for horror or weird stuff, so I can kind of like learn and get better at making films. Okay, so now I'm gonna dash. Okay, I am exhausted. I'm gonna cook some food, and then we got a lot of work to still do. If we want to complete those quests tonight, we're gonna need to watch the movie and play a game. So hopefully the inverter works. Okay, so we're showing 1301 on the dual isolator. So let's press this button and see if things blow up. Nothing blew up. This 750 watt inverter is loud, which isn't that bad, but Strider doesn't work and I'm frustrated. I want to clean the pins, but I can't because I don't have any rubbing alcohol or anything to clean it with. So I'm not gonna blow on it, like the spit isn't good for it. All right, we finished up playing some Sonic Spinball. Got my butt kicked up. I need to get to the second level, man, so we can make a video about it. Ah. Okay, so now we're gonna watch this movie. Sick, it's already rewound. It says video heads may need cleaning. Please insert head cleaning cassette or refer to manual. Oh, it's playing it. You can hear the audio. Maybe that's what's broken about the TV. Maybe that's why they threw it away. We'll have to try to find a head cleaning CDs. I don't know if anybody is interested in this conversation, but I was just thinking about it. So, you know, the nature of the games industry is changing due to the structure of the world economy, as well as the rising budgets. But games are being made by more people than ever before. So the disruption in the games industry is interesting because video games are in a way dying. And that's why I like this idea of reality games and bringing AR into the world, finding ways to create games and systems that encourage you to progress your actual life, but have fun while doing it. You know, like if we can build tools that facilitate LARPing and community-driven exploration, or even things like community-driven parks creation, or like cleaning up of cities that is incentivized through games that can then eventually be tied into digital currencies or cryptos that reward people financially with, like, by participating in these games that then actually are creating real world change. That Sonic Spinball will fire right up, right? We didn't just break Sonic Spinball. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we tried. Okay, today is the first day where I officially just feel gross. I haven't felt gross before. I'm not sweaty and I don't think that I'm dirty. It's just my beard has like oils in it. And my hair just feels weird. So I don't know. And my back is a little like sore right here. I think that's from sweat. I have been like taking my shirt off using oil or using the vinegar water solution and then drying myself off, which has kept me smelling good and no, like I feel like that's been getting most of the grossness gone. We gotta earn some money today, so I want to start working pretty quickly. But last night we attempted to complete 3 quests in a row so we could pull a Joker. That didn't happen. The big thing I'm running into, and I know everybody's like, oh, well, we told you to get a sleeping mask, and I haven't gotten a sleeping mask yet. I've been using my beanie over my head, so I'm not just not sleeping with something blocking my eyes. It's just, it's hard. I mean, I guess the sleeping mask is going to be better than the beanie, so I gotta get one. But and then the 2 we have from yesterday. Oh, and watch a movie in your car, we didn't complete. We need to clean the head, so that's probably not something we should keep. Okay, so this is an easy one. Take a picture of your car, not to same make and model. Oh, next to same make and model. I have not seen a single Yaris out here. Talk to someone about gaming. So many gaming shit right now. don't eat today. Meat, fish, or eggs. I can do that. I am chilling. I'm not gonna lie, I am exhausted. I'm not like physically tired. My brain's just not working right. Like my body's actually good. I want to like go for a run or something, but I just can't think straight. Yo, we are completely self-sufficient now. Well, okay. We don't need a Walmart or a McDonald's in order to charge our laptop anymore. So excited. Very excited. And our dual battery isolator is actually working now because it's grounding. Before it wasn't grounding properly. And yeah, so this is sick. It also is letting me know that I'm pretty sure our primary battery is not great because this only gets to 14 some. Like this gets to say this is 13.8. This battery, that's the combined total of the two batteries, right? And then it'll click off. And then there's like 13 some in this. I think what that means is the other battery is low. Like this battery is contributing to most of the charge because if I put a voltmeter on that, it has like 13.5, but this shows 12.8. I did it last night because I was curious when this clicked off. This will click off once it's like in a little bit, but I think that's the combined total. Well, guys, just got out of the sheriff's station. Just kidding. They got some cookies. I regret not being able to get the After Earth Arcade delivery service sticker. I think it would have been fire, but we had someone make one. We just didn't, we weren't able to get one printed in time. Maybe I'd like to kind of do it myself, but I feel like I'd mess it up. This truck's sick. That. Yo, check these murderous speed bumps out. Literally, if you're going more than... Look, I'm going... Yeah. Look, you hear that? Scraping it. We're only... It's so frustrating. Like, I need to be in first, but first is... The way first is geared is it'll... Like, if I go over these bumps in first... Watch, I'll show you. Like, I can't even go into first unless I'm basically completely stopped. Like, there we go. That's how slow I have to go. Any other speed and it's... And I'm not doing it. And then, like, by then I need to shift into second. But then going in second, now I'm in second. And going in second over this speed bump is gonna make me stutter coming off of it. So it's like I literally need to slow down or over rev my engine, which I don't really want to do. So I literally need to slow down to a stop, put it in gear, first gear, and then slowly go over the bump. In other news, we completed our dash. We did from 11 to 3:30, and we made 86 bucks. So what I'm gonna do now is take a shower at Love's, and then we're gonna work on the content on the channel, and then later tonight we're gonna dash again. We basically, depending on how we do tonight, we could be we could be able to get out of town pretty early tomorrow. We were gonna go to Eddie's Junkyard as our subplot, but depending on how, it seems like it might be out of the way. So, I don't know. We might visit someplace tonight to advance the subplot. It just depends on what's happening. I want to get some footage, though, of driving around this town because it's really nice. There's some nice spots, like the Air Force Base, and there seems to be a tunnel. I don't know if we can get to it. So, I don't know how to say this, but I feel like I won the lottery a little bit. I know it's only $18, so $17, so let me start here. To get a shower at Love's, it's $17, which is pretty cool. And then you get this, you get a bathroom, a toilet, a shower, place to sit. It's really nice. Soap too. It's awesome. But the cool thing is, somebody, I guess there's some rewards program or something, and yeah, so somebody gave me their free shower. So I was just like, I won the lottery. They're not something like $17, but still, it's cool. You know? Feels really good to be clean. I don't think I was really that dirty. I hadn't been like running and stuff, and I've been cleaning myself. The vinegar water solution is pretty awesome, you know. And then whenever you kind of start to sweat, just use some towels, clean it up. So, but my back, like just feeling the water, just having the water on you is really nice. Also notice that not showering, my skin feels like really good. It's normally cracking and drying and weird, but I don't know. I definitely want to shave. Make me feel a lot less gross. I have some work to do on the channel, so I'm gonna do that and then maybe sleep. But depending on how things go, we may or may not work later. We might just get some rest and then in the morning start early and just knock out what we need left and then get out of town. I'm not allowed to eat any kind of like meat, so we're gonna maybe find some cheese or something later. I ate some olives and the cheese puffs I bought last night. It's 6:30. We're still in the Love's parking lot. I've been trying to kill this juice that was given to us, and I am hungry, very hungry, but we can't eat meat and I want protein, but we can't drive anywhere, so we're gonna go see what we can gather from the Loves. So we ended up with some Wendy's, but it's just a large fry. So we got a large fry. And yeah, this will be our dinner. I gonna just keep working on the channel and chill out for the rest of the night. I also got some coffee. It's in the thermos. Thanks for hanging out with me. If there's anything specific you want to see me do, please let me know. This game is fun and interesting. This is the longest I've spent in the car, and yeah, I like it. Alright, it's 8:30 and I'm editing Road Trip Quest Day 5. I just finished that, right? So that was the 10th. The next set of videos I have aren't until the 13th. So at some point we lost days worth of video. So this video is just gonna pick up from 5:13. Episode 4 or day 4 was 5:10. It's now 5:19. Hopefully this doesn't ruin the series for you and you can still stick around. I'm just gonna call it day 6, but just so you know, there is a time gap. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you, and get on with the show. Well, I'm still transferring files and stuff. Yeah, so we are now in Missouri. We're gonna have to roll for how many quests we need to complete in this zone. 4. ordered a 40-piece chicken nugget. I have no idea why. I ate 20 of them in the parking lot in like 5 seconds, and then at McDonald's, and then I stared at the wall, or at the out of the window. Like I ripped the bag open and I just ate all of them, and then I looked out the window, and then I came back here, and I even got this like special sauce, this like hot Nether flame sauce, because it's the Minecraft movie or whatever, you know, to be like trendy and stuff for the keyword optimization. But I I ate all the nuggets too fast. Now I have some cold ones, so I got some of it on my hand, the NetherRealm sauce, so we're gonna test it. I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, so it's smothering. We're smothering the chicken nugget in the NetherRealm sauce. And yeah. It's the old stale nugget now. But the NetherRealm sauce is like a spicy chili. It's not sriracha. It's got a really good kick to it though. I like it. We literally spent $13 in nuggets. They didn't have any Nag Champa. What I'm trying to say is, the better that I can do, the more enjoyable it is for you, and the more likely that more people will come on. It's this spiraling, like, it's like starting a car, you know, and I'm the starter and you guys are the engine. So I know that there are things that I can do to improve, and I'm just trying to do them. I don't know, it was like 7 o'clock our time, this time, Missouri time, last night, 8 o'clock I think. And you know, I came to the McDonald's to start working. We started editing the video, and then I got so tired, I just drove. Oh, I got the 40 nuggets and I just ate 20 of them so fast. And I did finish them, by the way. But anyways, long story short, I didn't get the video up, and I'm finishing it now. And I'm probably going to, I don't know, we need to clean and stuff, so today we might not do much besides catch up on the channel. Francisco Garcia, Hodgepodge 365, Shadowblade Fury, Todd Monkus, Scott Key. Welcome to the arcade. Well, the brackets here are broken, so we got this super glue. Well, that super glue didn't seem to be working too well, so I just put some duct tape on it. Okay, so I went to turn the key on and nothing. It lit up, and then I went to hit the ignition, and then it went and like nothing happened. So I'm like, oh shoot, dual batteries, isolator's blown up, something's wrong. The battery back there is fine, the inverter's still working, the dual battery's working. I popped the hood, and what? How does this even happen? It's like about to come off. Okay, so we just used our box wrench or whatever and tightened it down, so hopefully the car starts. Here's the planned route. We're headed to Kansas City now. When we get to Kansas City, we'll draw our quest for the day, and if we DoorDash tonight, it won't be until late, like 7, and we're gonna spend the rest of the day getting caught up on the channel and cleaning. We need to clean the car, we need to do our laundry, we need to do all of the life stuff, and yeah, after that we're gonna head to Rolla, and then Retro Rick's in Arkansas, and then to Illinois. It's hot in Topeka. We've entered a new zone, our map updated, 10 experience points. Okay, so we're like in Kansas City's outskirts right now, and I think what we'll do is look for a laundromat. Crazy. The water is so beautiful. We just crossed whatever bridge, and to our right is CPK Stadium, and then I guess over here in the distance is Kansas City proper. I'm not too sure. Okay, there's similar Omaha turnage going on here, but and hilliness, which is kind of cool as long as the potholes aren't the same and there's not random dirt roads, which it already looks like there are, so it's okay. We just passed a car wash and vacuum service as well, so we're gonna be able to get fully clean. And the DoorDash app says that it's busy right now in this area, so that's a good sign because it's only like 10. Multicade, I'm gonna try Galaga and then probably Centipede because, you know, there's not many games that use the ball. There it is, there it is. We got our fighter captured. Yes, we did it. Acquired the second ship. Yes. Yeah, we just lost it because we tried to record, so. Bathroom in here has a lock and I wrote the code, but I switched the 9 and the 8 around. Alright, we're here. Let's do this thing. Okay, now that Dee Dee is a lot more clean and a little more organized, let's go take a picture next to that street. Oh, let's see what our quests are for the day. So we didn't complete any quests yesterday, so we are only drawing 2 cards today. And since we're sort of like not gonna work until later if we do work, which later is now like a couple hours from now. So work out on or in the car. Okay. Use monkey bars. Okay. I'm gonna keep these, are worth higher points, so I'm gonna keep these and then we'll dip the others into the deck. Okay, we just turned on to 139th Street. Looks like it's tucked away, you know? And then over here, it says, area open 8 a.m., closes at sunset. So I think we can go down in there. Obviously, I'm going to clean up my phone or the car and do work and clean and all that first, but definitely going to check this out. The daily limit for channel catfish, blue catfish. Oh, you can literally catch catfish here. Whoa, we need to do that. Italian sausages that I'm not going to eat in there. And I've got these, so I'm going to eat those. And then we're basically just cleaning. So I'm cleaning this up, cleaning this up. Okay, we're all cleaned up now. At least the car is pretty organized. I have good ideas now. Pretty much know how I want the car organized, you know. I'm not gonna put the bed up anymore. We're just gonna leave it like this. We kind of curl it and then we use this to back it. And that gives us plenty of room in the back for door dashing. This was a really cool place to camp. Almost forgot my sword. The first time waiting for a train. So our first delivery out here was 20 minutes, $13, but it was a 20-minute drive. So now we're driving 20 minutes back, but it's really beautiful. I need to get another phone because it's really difficult to navigate between using, you know, Dasher, my camera, and a GPS thing and all that, but we're all just trying to level up out here. It's interesting because the roads are a lot like Omaha, but they're not, so far at least, they're not as steep, and I haven't noticed as many potholes, but they are really small, especially between the houses. This is pretty fun, door dashing in different cities. I like this store a lot. It's pretty nice. Way better than all these. So we're gonna head to the Loves, exiting town off the 70, and then in the morning we're gonna rest there, take a shower, work on the content. I mean, it's 10, so, but I'm not tired because I'm on like Vegas time still, or basically just don't sleep time. But yeah, so I'll it makes more sense to do that, to rest for the night, because otherwise there's the good news is there's a Love's right outside Arolla, so we'll be able to actually, I assume Rollo will be dashable, but if not, there's a St. James is a larger place not too far away. I feel a lot better today. I don't know what it was about Omaha, but it really just gave me a bad mood. I don't know, my mindset was not really that great in that city, and I don't know, I feel really good today. I feel like we've accomplished a lot. Jefferson Farm or whatever was a really chill spot that I was able to kind of like get a lot of work done and reset and just chill in the car. I did a lot of things that I've been wanting to do, you know, organizing the car properly, and I feel like we're making progress, and we earned 55 bucks today. Okay, I am sweating, and I guess 3 days is my shower limit because I feel so gross right now. It's probably a mix of the sweat. I don't think I managed my body very well this week. I definitely mismanaged the laundry, but luckily we actually found a good spot in Midtown Laundry. Oh my gosh, my phone mount, nothing's working anymore. So we spent 60 in Missouri so far, so that means we're gonna buy gas and probably a shower, so we're gonna need more money, but I plan on spending a couple days in the next spot we're going to. Okay, we're here. Club's got an arcade. What games is on here? These are like mop. What is this? This is cool. To try to win something or play one of these. Well, this dude's about to build something sick. He just picked this up, I bet. Wow. It's so cool! Good for you, dude. Good for you. We got tuna, and so we just spent $10. So we got some eggs. We still have tuna, so we'll eat the tuna as well, and some ice. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope you're enjoying Road Trip Quest. I know it's kind of weird. If you have any feedback on Road Trip Quest or any ideas on how to make it better, please let me know. The same goes to my content for the videos. Is the editing improving? Is there, you could wave a magic wand and change one thing about my cartoon life, what would it be? All right, well, I hope you're striving for your personal goals, and I love you. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Okay, this is crazy, my cartoon life stuff, okay? I literally can't make it up this hill. Good morning, beautiful person. We need to complete 4 quests in the zone. We've completed 1 so far, and we completed 1 yesterday, so we get to draw 3 quests today. I'm really tired. So this is eat only Del Taco today. Upgrade your car? That's cool. Have a coffee at a coffee shop. This is a high scoring card, so we're gonna keep the eat only Del Taco. Find a road. Oh, we can do that one for sure. Upgrade your car. Okay, we're gonna put these 2 back in the deck. use monkey bars, and eat only Del Taco. Even though we were up till like 2 a.m. last night editing. We're gonna take a shower, and then we're gonna head out. I feel very fresh and clean. I'm pretty tired though, but we should hit the road. I think there's a certain, I guess, amount of driving you do, then you realize that, you know, trying to muscle ahead gets you really nowhere. If you're on a motorcycle, it's completely different. Just go between the cars, blow through the light, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, you might not even live to get home. But in a car, you got a cage, you know? It's like, what are you gonna run into me? It says brick front grill. There seems to be a lot of places here. I'm not sure exactly where we are. I haven't been paying too much attention. From what I can tell in this little town, there's a lot of barbecue places. I saw like 3, and then, a pawn shop. I like pawn shops. You never know what you're gonna find. We also got, you know, the inverter from a pawn shop. I know we have some subscribers who want to build a school bus and live in it, but imagine building a school bus and like basically road tripping, basically doing all of Route 66 or something with like 30 people, or I don't know, however many people you could fit in there comfortably. What if it was like 5 people and you like sectioned it out or something? I don't know. I decided to stop in, I think Jefferson City is the name of this place. Alright, so we've made it to Jefferson City. We're at the McDonald's here. I'm gonna do some work and we'll probably head out later. Oh, I was thinking about the different upgrades. I was like, okay, what could we do to upgrade the car? And I was thinking it'd be cool to do a camera maybe. Oh yeah, I was like, a shower would be crazy. We could do a water pump and maybe like PVC pipes around the thing. And then when you lift the trunk up, it like, you hook it in, and then there's a shower head. Then you detach it, and then it lets you close the trunk again. And I mean, that's pretty ridiculous, so I thought I'd come up with like a simple idea that was good, that we could execute, and now I can't remember what it is. I remembered. A while back, Edge Knight gave us a 3D camera, and it's in the car somewhere, so it's in this bag. So what we can do is some point maybe try to like hook that up, and if we can get footage of it working and we can mount it to the car, then that's upgrading the car. For whatever reason, the maple bar has always been the go-to. Okay, here's the situation. The coffee was pretty good. I mean, it's just coffee. But the donut was delicious. I had a glazed bar, and yeah, cute grocery store. So here it's kind of really hot. It's like 90 or 86 or something like that, which is not like crazy hot, but it's humid. And for me, being noob to humidity, having a desert person, I don't know, I feel hotter than normal. So it's not easy for me to just hang out in the car without air conditioning, which means if we're gonna be in the car, with air conditioning on, we need to be traveling or we need to be earning money. So I am gonna hang out here for a little while and dash. At least not in second gear. And I don't wanna, like, I'm gonna roll down the hill long enough to where I can try to get some flat space, go into first, and then just floor it up, I guess. Okay. Okay, let's go. Come on, can we make it up in first? We couldn't make it up in first. We were gonna blow up, but I had my revs high enough. Wow, this town is gonna teach me how to drive the Yaris. What is up? Holy crap, I can't believe that. That was... So far, not so bad. It's only been an hour and we've had 2 deliveries. And they were both above $13, so that's pretty good. That puts our total, I think, yeah, we only spent $3 this morning, so we're still at like less than 65, we'll call it 70. So I'd like to earn, you know, close to $100 today. I think I'm just gonna drive most of the day. We might take a break around 3 and explore the city, get some food, and maybe work on one of the quests, like upgrade the card. This is cool. Hey, well, not bad. It's 1:30. So we made $60 in 3 hours, so like 20 bucks an hour, okay? It's not too bad. But which is good, because now we're actually positive. Because, right, did we say we had 90? I think if we totaled up, our cost so far has been 90. So we just made 60, so that puts us at 110 here so far. So a little bit like Omaha, but a bit wider in some sections, like this section. I like houses with the porches and how you have like mounds that like stairs that walk up and driveways that go behind the house. Those are the features I really like. I think what we'll do is head to Rolla, and we are at 2 bars of gas, so we'll have to get gas soon. You know, because we're probably gonna stay in Missouri through the weekend. It depends, because this seems like a good town to earn in. So this is currently Thursday or Friday. Is it Thursday? I think today's Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, or I want to be in Little Rock by the weekend, because we need to still earn our personal keep as well. Stressing out right now. I'm almost out of gas. I only have like 1 bar left, and I don't know, and I made a wrong turn. We're supposed to be on that side of the highway. The phone's too hot, and it's not gonna work. We're gonna get stuck somewhere. The map's still not working, but and the phone is being weird. Ugh! We finally got it routing us. I think we'll make it. That was my attempt at YouTube drama. What do you think? We really are low though. I don't know, but we did the math before we left, so we should have had enough, or we should have enough, because it was 115 miles from where we were, right? And we had 4 bars. It's 2 gallons per bar, 60-ish miles. So this Love's here though, so far, is the best combo, because Love's usually comes paired with some sort of food spot, and McDonald's is the best one it can be paired with. McDonald's actually has legit good free Wi-Fi. Can you believe we changed the oil at 225? It's almost 227. We've been on the road, but some people have 400,000. We got a lot of driving to do. So we're grabbing 15, because even though this is a DoorDashable location, we might just leave, since we've decided to. So like the idea was maybe chill here, go back up to Jefferson City, Jackson City, earn some money through the weekend, and then leave to Illinois. Unless this town was like kind of lucrative, because I noticed there was a lot of DoorDashable spots and there's pockets of people, so it might be something. So at this point, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. We do need to complete our quest if we're gonna leave. But I found this nice little park. So we're about almost 5 hours away from Retro Rick's. So I think what my plan is in this town, we'll go ahead and try to complete the rest of our quests. So we have find a road on a map and drive to it, upgrade your car, and have a coffee at a shop. So obviously the grocery store coffee shop didn't count. So we'll find a shop here and we'll do that first. This coffee shop closes really soon. Cute.
Mine as well.
Okay. I like this. It's nice in there, like most coffee shops, but I got an Americana, 2 16-ounce, 4 shots, or 4 ounces of espresso. Rocks and gifts. Sort of like Cheyenne, they just have trains hanging out. Train. This town's got some haunted vibes. So my plan now, since we accomplished the coffee quest, we are gonna go to Walmart and try to hook up the camera. Okay, I know. I think I've developed a plan that will work. We're not gonna be able to do 3 quests in one, or we're not gonna do 3 quests in one day. So instead, what I'm gonna do is we need to advance the subplot. There is actually some arcades around here. There's like a $10, like it's got old arcade machines in there. This seems pretty cool. But there's this place called Made Right, and they make very unique, they make like Sloppy Joe kind of burgers. So I feel like that's the move if we can complete our quest. So this is what I'm thinking. We get the burger, then we go to Love's and we try to get the camera to work. Then in the morning we dash to, because I think we're gonna need to get like 20 bucks or something, because we're gonna buy food now. We got the coffee, so we'll have to get some money before we are allowed to leave Missouri, and then from there we should be able to go to Arkansas. Why are they closed? Okay, it's a nice place in there, very like Western vibes. They make chicken and stuff too, but this sandwich is supposed to be the thing that you get. There is a lot to love about Missouri. Overall, the people are pretty friendly. This burger is atrocity as far as if it gets all over the place, then you've got to shove it in your face. Okay, so basically it's made out of some sort of ground meat. This sort of ground beef material with a mustard. It's not have a whole lot of flavor. It's got pickles and then some cheese. The bun is kind of greasy and sort of almost like what McDonald's uses. It's got pickles on the bottom. It's not toasted really. Really good. Okay. So the beef itself is kind of a plain flavor, but it also has and pickles, so they really add to like the flavor. For me, it's pretty good. It's not as like greasy as I'd expect. I thought it was gonna be like very, I don't know, you know, that overwhelmed grease flavor. That's what I thought this was gonna be, but it's not. It's a mild, very savory flavor, and the cheese adds a lot. My biggest complaint is it's messy. Yesterday we completed have a coffee at a shop. We need to complete 4 quests in this area. We have 2 completed now, so we need 2 more quests complete. So we get to draw 3 cards today. Oh, we got a Joker. I want to keep the high cards. So maybe we do... Okay, so maybe we use the Joker to escape Arkansas. Or we use the Joker right now so we don't have to complete any more quests in Missouri. Because right now all that's stopping us from leaving is completing 2 quests. And we need to earn, I think we spent a total of, we spent $10 last night, right? So 95. So we actually, I think we're at $95 exact. And we've earned 110, 100, something like that. So actually, I think we can leave if we complete 2 quests. Okay, so we're gonna hang on to all these 3 cards. We're still gonna, but find a road and drive on it isn't really that hard. We just gotta find a cool road. So it said it was a 25-minute wait between deliveries, and we instantly got one. So it might be another 25 minutes before we get another one, but that should work out. I feel like we'll just leave Dasher on, be able to upgrade the car, and so we're gonna use this to upgrade the car, I think. But first, I guess we should see if we can get the camera to work at all. Step 1, does it turn on? Yes, it's on. This inverter was the best thing we've purchased on the trip so far. I'm so hyped right now. This is exciting. Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do is get the 3rd-person shot, you know, like we're in a video game. So maybe like this. This has a screwy thing on it, so I don't know what would actually stay mounted to the car. This is a suction cup. Would this stick to the car? See, it is an RPG. We're getting party members along the way. Gonna be leaving Rolla now. This was a fun, cute town. Okay, so Country Mart here in Salem has a little deli counter where they serve eggs and smokehouse laid quarters. What we're gonna do, that's cool. It's only $3.90 was full. So $1.20 per eggs. And then the hash brown was 79 cents. 79-cent coffee. I was just doing that thing on the road where I was just like, oh, okay. I need to eat. I'm hungry. Easy to get lost in the rhythm of this road. It's really awesome. I ended up taking the left route at West Fork so we could drive the loop more, and I'm so happy we did. Okay, so we stopped this little town and we picked up $15 in gas. So that means we need something like $10, if less than that. But we'll dash later tonight before we leave Missouri, and we'll earn what we can. We'll earn a little bit, and then we'll just leave to Arkansas. I kind of feel bad that we didn't set up the camera. You would think as a tourist and the type of person I am, being homeless would create like a ton of anxiety for me. And I don't know, you know the old saying, like, home is where the heart is? This whole journey, everything I've been trying to do for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years has been to find my heart, to get my heart back, to, you know, fall in love with myself, to see myself the same way that I saw the people I fell in love with, the ones that abandoned me. You know, it's hard to love yourself when the people that you love have abandoned you. And obviously I have people in my life who love me and give me and are there for me and support me. But I have been trying to do that for myself, you know, trying to see myself as somebody that I care about, that I want to take care of, that I love. And yeah, it's been a difficult process, but one of the things that I know I've always wanted is like a stable place, you know, a foundation. And then, you know, so I've always tried to seek that out, to try to build a home, you know, and then I also want companionship, you know, I want somebody who I can take care of, who also wants to take care of me. You know, I think my biggest fears are to die alone. And my biggest desire is to be desired. I don't think this sticks to the roof. I was trying to get it to stick to the roof, and I don't think it's gonna stick like on that. But we can use the window. So what I'm thinking is we should clean this window first. Well, it's on there. Is this really gonna hold? So we kind of have it here. So we'll be able to zoom out a bit and kind of get like a third person view. Unfortunately, ended up with a ton of flies in the car. So I don't know how, but just sitting here has managed to do that. Hopefully when we drive, they'll GTFO. You can tell I'm super good at this. All right, well, this seems like stronger. I still think it's gonna fall. Look, it is. Like, these are just really weak. Okay, well, we're still learning, so this is the shot we got. It's probably gonna not be great, but, well, I'm pretty sure I broke the camera. I don't know. It fell off. I just feel like I messed everything up. You know, I feel so bad. Edge was really nice of me to give me that camera, and I can't even use it properly. I'm pretty sure I broke it. So we are 50 minutes from Polar Bluff, and that's where we will be headed, and that's where we will finish. We'll DoorDash in that city and earn the rest of the money that we need, and then we will start heading towards Little Rock, Arkansas. Okay, so we've been at it for an hour and a half, 40 minutes, I don't know, but we made 25 bucks, which isn't too bad. We're gonna keep going till 7, but I just got a hot tip from a local, and my phone's been buzzing because there's tornado warnings. And they were like, there's a storm coming in. I hope you're done soon. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, the roads are going to get real bad soon. So I was just like, okay, that's a hot tip. The next Love's on the way to Little Rock, Arkansas is about an hour and 30 minutes away. So we're going to start heading that way. We have 4 bars of fuel, so it should take us there. We'll get fuel on the way. I'm pretty sure not super rural anymore. So yeah, we completed Missouri, right? So here, look, we're upgrading the car. Upgraded. I know there's a map, road signs, and I'm like human, right? So I should be really good at figuring out where we're going. And no. I still get lost all the time. I got lost in MMOs too. I use landmarks and stuff, but I kind of like just look at the mini map, you know, and then the rest of the world disappears, and it's all it is, mini map. I remember playing Diablo, and you hit tab and you just got your square and then the thing around you. Have no idea what any of the effects look like. I know that all of Diablo is like a triangle and then little dungeon walls. So we're gonna eat at this place called the Southern Chef. This looks good. And this. And this. Need one of these 10 feet tables. So we got a burger. This is by far the largest burger we have tried so far. I'm not gonna eat the whole thing. I'm probably literally gonna eat one bite and then eat it the rest of the night. Because I'm not really hungry, honestly. I just know that we haven't eaten much, and like literally today, what did we have? I think some oranges and some eggs. Oh yeah, we did eat eggs today. So I guess I'm just being piggy. So let's break it down. We have a pretty standard bun. It's very not toasted. It looks like it was, the grease was like, it buttered or something. Looks like it was buttered or something. It has this kind of peppery sauce. These are jalapenos. bacon. Melted cheese. Yeah, I think these are pretty thin patties, or pretty thick patties. A little thicker, like I think they are not falling apart. There's 3 of them. Holy crap. 3 patties, melted cheese, cheese in between each patty, and then nothing on the bottom of the bun. For me, this burger would be a lot better with only 2 patties. Like, the last bite too, the last part of it, really kind of ruins the experience. You lose like all your flavoring through. So you have a little bit of grilled onions here too. Like if we had increased the amount of grilled onions on that, maybe just on the bottom was a slice of bacon grilled and all your grilled onions, then you're gonna get a much like more enjoyable experience. This has been a very good morning. Last night it rained a bit, but the thunderstorm kind of went over us, so we didn't have that. But it's interesting how it's warm but cold here. I can't explain it. I can't really explain it. It's very muggy and it feels cold, but then you step outside and it's not. And then inside, everything's kind of hot. So, I don't know. But that's where we're at. So yesterday, we managed to complete our quests, find a road to drive on, and upgrade your car. So these have been completed. We did a total of 4 quests in Missouri. We still have a joker in our hand. And we are gonna get to draw 4 cards today because we completed 2 yesterday. We need to complete 1 quest here in Arkansas, and we're gonna go to the Retro Rick's Game Point in Little Rock. Even though we already had a burger, so the subplot has been advanced technically. Okay, it's like 7 now, and we haven't really done much in the car. Maybe sort of stared at the computer a little bit. So I'm gonna head to Little Rock. I low-key want these. Reader, such a cool machine. Game Boy Advance is probably the best system. I know PlayStation probably has a good running, but GBA games still look amazing. Kirby, all the Mega Mans. Would be fun to start an old version of Pokemon, catch all of them, trade with like real people. It'd be fun. Arms. I've never played Code F, but I've always wanted to. Oh, Persona 2, $500. Crazy. Shadow Hearts is really good too. This kiosk. Miles per hour. I guess Shining Force is just overpriced everywhere. Comic Zone, $24.99 loose card. We should get that. Ice Beam. Yo, we have to. I like how they have these displays here. They're so cool. For my son. It's a meme from his channel. I really like how they do this. Everything's very branded and it's awesome. I used to have some of these. And then the water ones, like you put water in them and oh, pogs. The Buddha sticker! It was really fun at Game Point. They have free play arcade machines. It's a very old school family environment. The staff is super knowledgeable and very friendly people. It's awesome, like, you know, having watched them on YouTube and then going and seeing the store. It's you know, he does a great job on his channel, so it's like exactly what I had expected. And it's massive, and there's art all over the walls. It feels like a place that really wants to celebrate and appreciate the culture of gaming. And so that's why I kind of wanted to stop there and spend money in the store and hang out. But we picked up which used to be an old Hollywood video cart, which I think is sick, because that's where I would have rented. Okay, with this, the Arkansas total is at $50. So what we're gonna do now is clean the car a little bit, hang out, change, and then we're gonna test the comic zone, make sure it's working, and then we're gonna dash for probably the rest of the day. Sometimes I underestimate how powerful it is to do nothing. You know, sometimes there's not a good action to take, and if you make an action, you're just gonna waste your charge time. Which is where I used to rent my games, and yeah, so, you know, I know it's on the opposite side of the country, but maybe this is the one I rented. And then we also picked up a dugong, because although Dugong's not my favorite Pokemon, that's Ditto, Dugong is a Dragon Slayer. This was the first Pokemon I ever got to 100. And retro. Hey, hey! What? Okay, so I'm gonna play this game for a little while, and while we transfer files, and then it's 11:30, so at noon we'll start dashing. We didn't make it. I died on that jump. I probably died on that jump like 30 times in my lifetime. Okay, that was fun. We died again and again, but whatever. We're gonna beat that game someday. So DoorDash brought me to this Lowe's. It said one item, so I came in and they wanted 10 bags of mulch. You can't fit that in my Yaris. And now it's been like 15 minutes and we haven't had a delivery, so I feel like they're punishing me. It's 2:30. We just got done with our 4th delivery, I think. Something like that. We're at $30, so about what we spent at Rick's. We're going to keep dashing. We have spent like $50 in this town. Well, my phone is gonna die soon, and so I think what I'm gonna do is just take a break, go get some food, and maybe find a cool place to hang out. I just woke up and I'm covered in sweat. So, we had some chicken and then I passed out. There's a couple pieces left, so we'll finish that later, but so far, Arkansas is fun to drive in. I like this town. Little Rock's cool. Lots of very beautiful houses, and so far it's just been chill. There's some roads are pretty bad. There's some really bad potholes, but after being through Omaha, I'm good. Like, you can still see the sun, but everything is just black outside because I think the trees, I don't know. Also, trees are awesome. Having trees around is so nice. When it's hot, anyways, this reminded me of like Need for Speed Carbon or something, so. Hey, well that was fun. We made 70 bucks. So now we're going to try to find a bar so we can complete our quest. And we're headed to Moulton to hang out at Laid Back Lounge. They're apparently a local place, and They've been locally owned and operated forever, and yeah, so that's the spot. So. I'm so awkward. I don't know, man. Like, I just don't know how to talk to people. You know, like some people try to talk to me and then I'm just like, I say a couple things and then I just don't keep the conversation going. I don't know. I feel like it's different when I'm on the other side of a counter, or, you know, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I spent most of my social interactions just being in retail and stuff like that, and yeah, I don't know. But I just have a hard time talking about myself, and then on top of that, like, you know, we did the thing, so I'm gonna go to the next Loves, and we will sleep there, wake up in the morning, and we need to earn, I think we need like $110 to make our bills. We've already earned more than we spent, so we've accomplished everything we needed to accomplish in Arkansas. It's nice and rainy. For some reason, there is a sheriff parked in front of our car. So yeah, we're likely gonna be leaving here soon. But it's rainy, so I don't wanna like leave while it's rainy. I was just trying to hang out a little longer here, but I don't know if they like me here, honestly. At like 4 in the morning, there were a couple like the cops that are in the darker vehicles just hanging out, and then one was behind the hatch talking about how, well, it's not illegal to live in your car, stuff like that. So I don't know what's happening. Okay, so the what's it called? The mystery of the police has been solved. There was the lady next to us in the truck was just concerned that I might be somebody who was not a good person. But I am a good person, I think. So yeah, today so have a drink at a bar was completed. It's rainy and wet, so we're going to just start heading to Galloping Ghost. And we're gonna go through Missouri, so that way we don't have to roll for any other areas. We have about 10 hours to go. I don't know that we'll drive all day, but we'll do what we can. So we get to draw 3 cards. So cook only food today, visit a park, or play a game. And I already have harvest food and find it. That's gonna be hard to do, so we're gonna take these 2. I really wanted to stay in Little Rock for another day or so, but I feel like I just caught too much heat and it's really wet. I'm not gonna DoorDash in a city I don't know when it's this wet. Primarily because our back tires aren't like great. They're good, they're fine. They're just not great. She was a cute old lady though. She said she was like 70 something and told me some life stories. But yeah, she was just concerned, you know. It was nice. She was excited. She's like, after talking to you, she's like, where are you from? And I was like, Vegas. She's like, well, I can tell. I guess that's a good thing, you know. With a Vegas personality, whatever that means. Mostly it's just apologizing for everything and being in people's way, I feel. I just realized we only have 2 bars of gas, so that's what did we say? 2? Did we say 2? 1 bar was 2 gallons. So we have like conservatively 120, yeah, so 120. Okay, so doing the math, we're definitely gonna need gas before we get to IL. So we've made $100 in this town, in this area, and we've spent like 80. I know we've definitely earned more than we've spent, but by a small amount, and it's like $20. So like I said, I'm gonna put 10 in the tank, and that should take us where we need to go. Okay, so we got $10 in gas, which got us another 2 bars. The thing is, the 87 was sold out, so we ended up having to get 91, so it was $3.30 a gallon, so it was less than 3 gallons or something. Well, I don't know what's wrong with me. I feel like this morning when I got woke up by the cops hanging outside of the car, it was, I don't know, I felt like, I don't like this feeling because I've had it before. It's like, I felt like I was trapped, you know, like I was hiding and locked up, and I couldn't make noise. If I did the wrong thing, I was like gonna get in trouble or hurt or something. And you know, all of your body and like your everything just kind of becomes super heightened, you know. But it was relaxed. It was reassuring, you know, hearing the cops say, well, what is he doing wrong? And sleeping in your car is not a crime. If he's living in his car, it's not a crime. You know, so, or it's not, what did he say? Living in his car is not illegal. And stuff, and something else like that. Like, he was reasoning with the lady who was reporting me, who had called the cops to like get them to come and inspect my car. And yeah, it was, I was too afraid to move, otherwise I would like have recorded it, but my phone was charging, and I just, like I said, I had that I'm trapped feeling. But okay, that was a terrible thing, so that's why I feel all weird. So let's tell a story. Let's tell like some story about my life or whatever. The reason, there's a lot of reasons why I am a game designer, why I make games at all. I would say my earliest memory of when I decided I wanted to make games is when I was in elementary school. We had this event. I would go to Safe Key after school, and then you know, my mom would come to pick me up or whatever, and the instructors or whatever at the Safe Key had set up treasure hunts. And I don't know, man, like even today thinking about it, I get excited. I was so excited. We had a map and we had to go look for stuff, and I don't know. It was that whole idea of a scavenger hunt, of a scavenger and treasure hunt. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. One year for a friend's birthday, I had set up a scavenger hunt for them, and we went all around Vegas. And yeah, there was like, this was a long time ago, you know, we had the Simpsons Duff gas station was set up at that time, and I had talked to the people who ran the shop and had them hide stuff in the store or whatever because they liked the Simpsons. So I don't know, it was a good time. But anyways, that whole thing, it made me, yeah. And you know, other things later triggered it too. I played a lot of World of Warcraft, made me really want to make video games. And I used to watch Pure Ownage when I was younger. It's such a like old school internet show. And yeah, I don't know, man. I just, with the advent of, we're on like the crest of AR and VR and all of these things that can like change the way we game, but also experience life. And yeah, I was actually liking Arkansas too until like that. All right, so I've been trying to workshop some other show ideas, you know. So we've got Road Trip Quest, which, you know, hopefully we can do this like once a year or something, go on a road trip and play this game and make it better as we go, and hope maybe take ideas from the community and keep evolving it. Hopefully other people make their own versions and make it better. And my plan is to just create a lot of these like seed ideas, you know. Like I want to be the, you know, I'm mowing the ground down. I'm leveling the ground down, you know. I've had some people reach out to me saying like, you know, don't get discouraged because your view count's super low and stuff like that. And are you okay? Are you going to keep going? I know you're not doing so well, especially compared to, it must be hard to see other people do so much better than you and things like that. And it's really not. Like, it's not at all. But I think that I want to go harder now, like, you know, even more than I ever have, because what I'm realizing is what we're doing is really new, and that's rare. Honestly, like, I'm not trying to pump myself up. I don't like haloing. I don't think that, you know, I don't like any of that psychological stuff, you know. That's why you might not hear me say things like my credentials or like who I am. You know, I don't try to halo or prop things up, because I feel like, although reality games have existed since the beginning of time, you know, we've played tag, right? Like, this idea of using real world environment as your play space is not a new thing, but what we're doing specifically, how we've implemented all these mechanics and we've created this framework, and, you know, we've gone out here and tested this. I do believe this is new, and if I'm wrong, that's fine, but it's a new idea to me. And what I imagine myself doing is, you know, there's like a big hilly area, and we're trying to flatten it out and make it farmland and seed the ground, and other people will come in and create their own seeds and grow it and make it better. And, you know, that's, you know, I guess I just want to start it. I want to come up with, so we started this with, I've been trying to come up with different show ideas, and, you know, one of them I've been thinking a lot about is I want to try to do a fitness show where we eat a fast food, and, you know, we track our body weight, we track everything. And I mean, I primarily focus on fitness at that point, so our goal would be, the game we build around it would specifically have to do with, you know, achieving certain things. And I don't know, I don't exactly know what it is yet, but we would pick a fast food place like Del Taco, and over 30, 60, 90 days, some period of time, we would only eat their food, and we would create a workout regimen that we have to stick to, then see if we progress or decline. And then, yeah, that's just kind of something that I've been thinking about. Another one, obviously, we talked about before we talked about doing the haunted tour. That's another road trip quest, though, and I really think that'll be fun. I am beat, though. It's not that sleeping in the car is uncomfortable. It's not private, you know. Like, maybe I just need to get more blackout curtains and stuff. But even the quietness, you know, like, if the weather's not, the extreme weather, we need to live in this car properly. We need to have an air conditioning system or some way to manage the temperature without relying on cracking the windows or opening the hatch, you know. So, like, opening the hatch, being able to crack the hatch with the extendable thing is nice, but, like, in a parking lot, it's not great. So I guess the most hopeful thing that's happened on this trip, besides the thing that's given me the most sort of like hope, I don't know how to explain it. Hope is the right word, but, you know, obviously we want to make arcade games, right? Like, we're working on reality games, and we're working on the car stuff and all that stuff too, but, like, and we're gonna make digital games, but because we've already made a physical game, we just need to produce it, right? So I want to make kind of like every kind of game. I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if we produce an After Earth arcade cabinet, I do think that it's viable to produce an arcade cabinet today and put it in a place, because at least on this side of the country, there's a lot of laundromats, and there are places like even getting into a Love's, you know how they have little gambling sections, right? What if people weren't gambling, instead they were playing like some other thing? Buses. This road has been awesome, very relaxing. I've calmed down quite a bit, and I've been thinking a lot. You know, my cartoon life was supposed to be 1 year, and we're almost, I think October will be 1 year of my cartoon life or something like that. So I don't know that we'll continue the vlog in like in the sense that it is now, like in the weekly or daily kind of thing. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I do want to consider like everything that I've done so far, like prototype, as we move forward. I would like to do the road trip for when we do the haunted tour road trip. I would like to not be, I'm going to film it all, and then when I get back, then I'm gonna have edit it and process it and upload it, instead of you know, a lot of what I've been trying to do is gain mileage, push myself, do, you know, if I had recorded footage and done all that and then went and then processed it and tried to not make videos every day, I don't know that I would have produced anything. You know, being forced to go through this and push myself forward and upload every day, you know, it's almost as if I created this sort of like challenging game for myself to keep myself moving forward in a sense. And once we've established our foundation, we won't necessarily, hopefully won't necessarily, well, I guess we can extend that out. You know, we can say, okay, we can trust ourselves to be able to produce content. We've proven that to ourselves. You know, when we go and tell ourselves like, oh, hey, oh, you can't do anything, you fail, you suck, I'll be like, oh no, well, there's 300 and something YouTube videos. I can produce YouTube content. I can do it. I can do it. There's proof. And is it good? No. But that's the next step. It's like, hey, oh, you can produce it. Can you make it good? You know, and so that'll be the next part. You know, that'll be what I want to try to do eventually. But you know, it's, I guess iteration is all I'm trying to say. Is like, at every step of the way, I want to try to make sure that we're iterating and evolving the channel and ourselves. So we're an hour and 7 minutes from Moody, Missouri, which is basically the first city out of Arkansas. Look at this. This is legitimately the kind of stuff I want to drive. These roads are awesome. So I opened up Dasher and Moody, and it looks like the next zone is West Plains. So we're headed there. It's 18 miles away, and we have 2 bars of gas. So we should be able to make it without any issues. Just to be clear, we don't have to complete any quests here because we've already done that. But the rules still apply of having to earn what I spend. So we don't want to get caught up and spend a bunch of money. Because I want to clean and sanitize the car. I feel like because I've been sweating a lot and it's, I don't know, I dropped I've been eating in here and I dropped stuff, and I don't know, I just want to clean it up. West Plains Motel It's the internet said it was $44, and then when I got here, it changed to $50. So I don't know. But they're at church, so I texted them because that's what they said to do. And yeah, maybe I'll try to rent it online. I don't know. All right, well, we can check in at 3. It was $57. So I guess what we'll do is clean the car a bit, get some gas, and then try to dash until 3. It's 11:30 right now. So we're doing something here. I mean, we have had 3 deliveries, and it's what time is it? 1:30 right now. So yeah, we're basically just dashing until we have until 3, when we can check into the hotel room. And you know, it'd be sick if we can earn, I mean, we've only earned $15 so far, so. We're on a literal dirt road delivering somebody's stuff. And then it becomes a giant hill. You know, I'm in first or second, and then, you know, I can't floor it because there's like big rocks in the way and we're pretty low, so I'm not hitting the oil pan. We just got a call from the hotel people. They said that they have a vacancy, so we're headed over there. It's gonna be like $60. And yeah, we just made 25 dashing, so it wasn't too bad actually. I mean, it said it was a 15-minute wait per dash, but we were actually getting pretty consistent, you know. So that dirt road did do a number to, not this tire, but there's like a few chunks missing. Maybe I'm just being dramatic. It seems fine. Look how dirty it is though. We just cleaned you. This is us, 42. Yo! Oh man, it's got legit AC. We got 2 beds. I don't know why, but we do. Nice little lounge area. Here's the room. We got a little lounge. We got some beds, a coffee maker, connected stuff. And then, oh, a vanity. What's up? It's salmon in here. All right. Oh, he wasn't joking. Oh well. Not bad. $57 with tax. So, hey, let's do it. So basically, what's gonna happen now is I'm gonna use this opportunity to catch up with the channel. So I'm gonna probably put a bunch of videos together. Either way, in the morning, we're gonna head to St. Louis. We've also had some subscribers ask for a tour of the car and to kind of introduce myself to the Vanlife community and stuff like that. So I'd love to clean the car and do that too. So. Even the off-brand Hot Wheels don't have Yarises. We spent a total of $11. We got some lasagna. We got these things. I'm really excited for those. Water. Yeah, the essentials. It's at 2:30 a.m. I just really want to go for a walk. There's a general store about a mile away. It says it's 24 hours. So we're gonna walk up there. It's been raining, so it's all wet, but it's not super cold. I was having too much fun and I lost the key card. There it is. Easiest way to see if you're being followed. So the Cassie's general store was open. I wanted to rap about this for a second, right? So this is a large, I agree, this is a large amount of soda, but it's the same price as like a 2-liter would be, right? It's like $2.30. And then these eggs are $1.99. The eggs are cheaper than the soda. Good morning, beautiful person. We managed to make a lot of good use out of this card, so it's nice to be able to sleep, use a shower, and edit a bunch all in one place. Because we don't have to complete any more quests in the zone, I can still draw 2 cards every day, so I'm gonna do that now. Even though, I should have said, even though we don't have to complete any questions. We've spent $70 in this area, so you know we want to earn that back. And then we also missed about $40 off of what we wanted to make for our weekly goal last week, so we are going to tack that onto this week. Get a high score, take a picture at a trendy spot. We're gonna keep these 3 quests, and that should be the end of road trip quests. We'll save these 3, and then when we get to IL, we'll roll to see how many quests we need to complete. But these seem like all things we can do at Galloping Ghost. It would be sick to try to get a high score on one of the machines. Yay, okay, cool, or whatever. Yay, okay, cool, or whatever. Now it's time to clean the Yaris. One of our subscribers asked for a tour of the tiny home RV camper 2007 Toyota Yaris named Dee Dee. And, oh, you know, Edge also calls it the MCC, right? Isn't that what you called it? The mobile content creation? Yeah. They asked so nicely, how could I say no? But before I make that video, I'm gonna clean. I've been looking for my earpiece for a while now, and our phone keeps connecting to it. It says it has 43%, so it's in the car. I can't find it, and yeah. Okay, well, so these are our 3 quests we have in our log. We're gonna head on to deck. And then we used the Joker last night, so yay, this is the quest so far. You know, that was a good stay. The hotel, this is a nice place, you know, like, it's obviously a 1-star hotel or 2-star or whatever it's called, but that's fine. Like, the room was clean, and I've slept at Airbnbs that literally cost twice as much, and there was bloodstains on the wall. So you really can't beat this place. $60, you can get it for like 50 and change with the discounts online, but yeah, I had a great time. So we're gonna head to St. Louis, but before that, let's add the new subscribers to the Yaris. Spadonia Adams, Kennel Smith, Francisco Garcia, Alec, Judy Lowe, 2688, Leroy McCary, Q6G, go to the arcade. We are an hour 40 from Rolla, so what we're gonna do is head there, and then we'll probably dash there till 7, I don't know, and then we'll head to St. Louis. So we are chilling in my favorite town so far in Missouri, Rolla, and we got a fish sandwich. It's been a little under an hour, and we have $20, and that clears out what we've spent here. So we're gonna use some of that to get gas, and then head up to St. Louis. It'll likely, although we have done pretty decent here, it'll likely be a lot better deliveries there. We are an hour and 40 away from St. Louis, which is to say we just got on the highway. So there's 2 bars of gas left, and it's 108 away, so we're gonna stop somewhere and use some of the money we just earned. But we spent about 80 and we've made 50 total, so we're getting there. Seems like everybody's got the same idea. From what I can tell, 7 to 10 is like prime dashing hours. Okay, so we made it to St. Louis. I was looking online, and apparently this isn't a very safe city, so there's certain parts of the town you kind of want to avoid. I don't want to be door dashing in a dangerous neighborhood because I don't want my car to get stolen or get into a fight or something. I don't know how it works, but so it looks like New Hampton or Northampton or something like that is the safer area and has good potential for working. Okay, well, we're already doing pretty good. We're we're just gonna stay here till 9 probably. It's like 4:30 right now, and yeah, by then we should have earned more than enough. I'm just gonna say it, man. Vegas is one of the nicest cities. It just is. The roads aren't messed up. The traffic isn't that bad. Like, people complain about the 215 and you know, the spaghetti bowl and all that, and they're literally waiting like 15. They're like they have like at most 45-minute commutes. Here you go 15 minutes just to get from one gas station to the next. It's mainly because these lights are out, but I was just trying to talk crap. They don't have these where we're from. Hip hop pop. We've been going on some large grocery orders, so my phone's dying, but it also means that we've been earning a decent amount. The city is doing pretty well for us. We're 7 o'clock now, and we earned $70 here. So 7, 8, 9, that puts us at 90, which means we have more than enough to leave. And we have enough gas to where we don't need to spend any more money here. So I was thinking, we're about 5 hours away from Galloping Ghost. We are on the 44 right now, and we're about to exit to the 55. And I think we're gonna cross the river. But that's a landmark thing. There's the arch thing. I don't know if you can see it on camera. So we need to go to 55 north, which is this exit. Oh yeah, we're gonna cross this bridge coming up. I'm excited. That's that landmark. Get a cool view of the train and stuff. Alright, 55, 5. This one. Cruising through the tunnel. Well, we're on our way out of St. Louis and on our way to Springfield. Okay, we made it to the Loves in we're outside of Springfield. It's an overpowered Loves too, which means it has a McDonald's inside. Yeah, we're getting low on gas, and we hit 228. Only 2,000 more till the oil change. In the morning, we'll check the oil and the car in general. We'll make sure that we have the right air in our tires and none of the fluids are messed up. We have $20 available. We sent $50 into savings from what we earned, and yeah, so we'll get $10 in gas tomorrow, dash, and then earn what we can, and then start heading towards Galloping Ghost. Good morning, beautiful person. How are you today? Come on, we can do it, right? It's only 10K. I personally got great sleep. Yesterday I didn't sleep that great, but I passed right out. Yeah, the hotel room was fine. It wasn't really that. The bed was really squishy, so it kind of like bends around you, and I'm not so into that. Obviously, I'm sleeping on this hard thing, so I like that though. It makes my body feel really good. Although my lower back is trashed, like absolutely trashed. And I think it's a combination of just driving a lot, you know, sitting in this position. I also hyperextend my back when I drive. I'm like, you got trashed, buddy. Dang. Last night I was attempting to complete this quest, but yeah, we passed out. There's a big gaming tournament combo breaker coming up in 4 days at Galloping Ghost, but it's 4 days away, so I don't know that we can actually stay for it. and we rolled a 6. So, and you can see we have lost. So even if we complete all 3 quests today, we're here for at least a day. I don't know if we still have time for combo breaker, because if we stay 2 more days, like 2 more days would get us back into the Golconda area. Just mismanaging stuff all over the place, right? Like now we got to draw quests, but we didn't complete any yesterday, which we should have completed the play a game in your car quest. But we have 10, eat, earn $300. Okay. So visit a secondhand store, earn $300. Our quest right now are play a game, get a high score, take a picture of your car. We're gonna do play a game right now. I think so. We'll keep play a game, earn $300, and then take a picture at a trendy spot. All right, and then this one's for Eddie. Okay. No, we tried, Eddie. Just don't know if there's a run button. Oh, we made it! We made it! Hey, well, we did it! We got past the first level. From my understanding, that is common for these engines. I mean, we're approaching 230,000. Oh no. Can someone help me understand when the Mid-East starts? Everybody, like, I've only ever heard Midwest. And like I looked at, and there's like Midwest meets in Missouri. So it's like, well, aren't we
Turn left onto Lincoln Parkway.
You know? Okay, it's been about an hour and we've only made $4.50. So we're gonna head to Bloomington, which is the next like bigger city. It's 30 minutes away.
East.
All right, guys,
Then
I
turn left
found
onto
the Route
Morrissey Drive.
66 road trip car. I mean, people pay 10K for Miatas. Okay, so we haven't done too bad in this town. It's actually 11:30 right now, and it's raining really bad. It just kind of let up right where we are, but we don't have our windshield wipers kind of messed up. And yeah, so we did 1 hour, we made $20. So I mean, we need gas, so we're gonna use most of that money for gas, and I don't think we'd have enough for a windshield wiper after that. So we still need to, so what I'm thinking is that we're just gonna get to the next city, and then hopefully it's not raining there. Okay, 15 in gas, a drink, and a sandwich. So that brings our total spend up to 30 and our total earn up to 25. So, and it is 100 miles away. So 4 bars, that should take about a bar and half. So we should, yeah, we should be good. And we're already eating lunch right now, so we should just be able to grind through till like 7 or 8 or until we earn the money we're looking to earn. Like we're entering the last dungeon. I'm pretty hyped. I think since we're gonna be in Chicago, we should get a Chicago pizza, a real like Chicago style pizza. I've never had, you know, I mean, I've had the style, the deep dish style or whatever. Types of buildings always remind me of like Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. School buses. In Vegas there's a place that's called Meepleville, and it's a board game cafe. But we're getting a delivery from this Papa John's right here. There's actually a place here called Critical Ride. That's really cool. It's my 2 favorite things. Well, some of my favorite things, you know, coffee and board games. Oh, we got a full load. This is working out really well. Not bad. Last dash was delivering some pizza to this high school. So that was $43 and just under 2 hours. And yeah, now we're about an hour away from Galloping Ghost, so. I'm pretty close. I'm going the wrong way, so I'm gonna have to turn around, but. There's the arcade. The largest arcade in the world. Okay, so we just spent $4. We got a roll and some eggs. I don't know what's up with me, but I'm very melancholy. I should be all like, oh yeah, we did it, we made it. But I mean, isn't it really about the journey? We still have, like, to finish the game. You know, we still have to beat the game, and 6 quests here is a lot. We completed 1. Getting $300 is kind of like, is that really gonna happen? I mean, we've only made 70. Maybe over 2 days. Part of me wants to be like, let's go to Galloping Ghost tomorrow, and let's just work tonight, right now. See how much we can make. I've always been curious about how these food things sort of start, you know? Like made right, or Chicago style pizza, they're like unique and different to that region, right? Like if I made a pizza, would it be a Vegas style pizza? Because I consider myself from Vegas, so like, you know, if I start making a pizza a certain way, that's Vegas pizza, right? If I said that and like we sold it in Vegas, because you know, in a lot of the sushi restaurants, there's the Vegas roll, you know, which has cream cheese in it, and it's like the Vegas roll. I don't know. I'm just being stupid. Heading to Chicago for some pizza. This must be where the Switch rooftop parties are held. Parking was $10. Buildings are huge. Right there. Why? It's just pretty cool. All these old places are like built around it, but I guess trains kind of built America, so makes sense. We gotta eat the classic. I love how Dasher keeps telling me that it's busy in Cheyenne. Like, come back to me. I think we might have one in the car. Hey, how'd that get there? Okay, for reals, that tiny pizza was $22. Well, $16, but I gave him a tip, so there's... Then we paid $9.50 for parking. So this was a basically 4 hours worth of work. So we're about to drive now to the Loves. That's an hour away. It's outside of Juliet. And then we're gonna eat the pizza there. Incentivized me to actually get over there. And then in the morning, we will head to Juliet to Dash, and then Galloping Ghosts. Hopefully we can complete 3 quests tomorrow. Not really sure how this works. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna show or put in the video, but basically I had to deal with somebody having road rage with me today, and it's now on the way to the Loves, and it's now 10 o'clock, and I'm just not really happy. Okay, we made it back to Loves, and we have a pizza. Oh, it's still warm. It smells good. So this comes from Lou. Mulaney's. This comes from Lou Mulaney's Pizzeria in Chicago. This is our first pizza review on the channel. Okay, so it has this little plastic with it, which is cool. So Chicago pizzas are typically deep dish from what I understand. So you've got this like very thick pie. Okay, it's cut in half, I think. Yeah, it looks like it's cut in half. It's got tomatoes, cheese. So it's they've got like basically a whole hamburger patty right here, and then you have I think it's sausage actually. Yeah, it's like an Italian sausage, and then you have tomatoes. It's got some cheese sprinkled on it, and then the pie crust, and I think underneath the pie crust is more cheese, right? So it goes pie crust, cheese, the sausage, then the sauce, then a light smattering of cheese. Okay, well, let's give this thing a bite. It's pretty solid, really, you know, it holds together well. And there's a lot of breading. The dough is good. It's not great though. It's not like wow, but it's good. It tastes very good. I think there's too much breading. Like the bottom of the pizza, you know, you have this like oily kind of flakiness. It's not buttery, but it's definitely delicious. I just think I like it. Like, I like this piece more than I like the crust. So, yeah. I don't know that it's $15, but it's definitely delicious. The tomatoes are amazing. The tomatoes are the best part. Storm chasing vehicles. We're building them. It's really cool outside. Like, not cold, but there's fog everywhere. I went to the bathroom but didn't take my phone, and I walking out of the Loves, I could see the car. I was like, man, that'd be such a cool picture. But now I'm not leaving the car. So we currently have earned $300. We've earned $90. So we would need another $210 to leave to complete that quest. We did play a game yesterday morning. GG. And take a picture of your car at a trendy spot. So that means today we get to draw 4 quests. And our goal is to try to get quests that we can complete, all 3 of them. Because if we can complete all 3 quests, we can get a Joker. It used to just allow us to sleep in a hotel room, but we changed it to break a rule, which that would allow us to sleep in a hotel room. So what we would do is, if we can complete 3 quests today, we'd be able to pull a Joker from the deck. And then that would let us use that to kill the last quest that we need. And then we can exit. Come on. Okay, so we got a queen, beat a game. Okay. Create a short involving gaming. Okay. Find something to incorporate into your car. Those are the 3 quests we drew. And what we have left is earn $300. So this quest will take us another, like, we could probably get $200 today, but it would take us like 10 or 12 hours, I think. And honestly, it's not worth it. The gas here is kind of expensive, and I don't really like, well, I like Juliet, so Brookfield wasn't too bad, but I didn't like Chicago driving, although Chicago was absolutely beautiful. But I don't. So anyways, the 3 quests we're gonna complete today are create a short involving gaming, find something to incorporate into your car, and beat a game. Hey, beautiful person. We're at the Blue Kangaroo laundromat, and I'm gonna laundry. What do other people do in this situation? There's like almost no toilet paper, and they don't have the toilet, put the thing over the toilet thing, right? So normally what I do is I take the toilet paper and I put it over the seat, right? But there's like almost none left. So yeah, like this kind of thing. I don't know, it should be like against the rules to not have toilet seat thing. Hell yeah, space cowboy. We've been abducted by aliens. The wind just stopped. All right, we're coming up on the right here. I'm not sure where we're gonna park. It's kind of a lot to take in. Like a dungeon or maze of just arcade games. It's really sick. Honestly, I don't know where to start. I'm gonna try to get a high score. All the fighting games, it looks like. Oh no, we're looking for initial D. I'm gonna be like, man, I'm gonna cry. They got the first stage here. Hey, I wonder if the cards work or if they sell them. Our cards in Oconda. Did we? Yeah, we did. In the storage unit. Oh yeah, Cruising USA. Galaga, it's one of my favorite games. Darkstalkers. What? I didn't even know there was a Speed Racer game. Ah, we gotta play that. Really, the first cartoon or anime that I remember watching. Whoa. This is a hologram game. It's pretty cool, right? I think what's happening is it's like it's not. Oh, it is. It's a ghost projection. I forget what that's called. It's ghost something. But yeah, they're using that, and then it projects it upwards. Today it looks a little like janky, but imagine seeing that like, you know, in the 80s. Is this a sword game? It's like a shoot 'em up, but a sword. What up, world? It's BK here. And we're outside Galloping Ghost Arcade, the largest arcade in the world. And we just drove from Las Vegas to Brookfield, Illinois, IL, whatever, to go play in this arcade. In my opinion, an arcade's not an arcade unless it has one specific game. Initial D. Now, they only have one Initial D machine, but it's the first Initial D machine. It's Initial D1, and I've never played that, so I'm super excited to check it out. The rest of the arcade is absolutely huge. It's only $25 to play all day. This is my absolute favorite game. Initial D is a game that I spent a lot of time playing. In Vegas, we used to have this place called GameWorks, and inside there you could spend $25 and play all day, just like here. And all me and 3 or 4 of my other friends would do is line up on the Initial D machines and just play all day from 10 a.m. till 2 o'clock in the morning when they kicked us out. Now, the thing with this game is it has a card system, so your car is saved on a card. We have cards for version 3, but we didn't bring them with us. This is version 1. I've never played it, and they don't sell cards here, so we won't be able to save our progress. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so this game has a few different modes. You have a time attack, Legend of the Street, and then the later versions, I believe, maybe not this one, have we're gonna play on this one. This is my favorite one of my favorite courses of the the lap courses. So we're gonna play on this one, but the Legend of the Street is a story mode where you go through each of the different territories, like in the anime, and you race different people. Well, another really cool thing about this game is as you play, your car earns points, and then those points will allow you to upgrade your car, and because you get like a magnetic card with it, that data is saved. So as you continue to race, your points go up and you upgrade your car and you get different things like... No, I overturned. She's coming up on us. All right, if I don't play anything else, I literally will only play this. So let's go play a few more games, and then we're just gonna spend the rest of the day on Initial D. Almost 5 now, and yeah, the phone died during the live stream, so we were trying to we were working on racing. I was gonna try to beat Initial D, but Initial D1 is a lot harder, and I've never really played with the 8.6 in the first game, in the first set of games very much. I usually play with the Arc 7. And so we tried the time trial a bit. We got like 3 seconds off from the third place score. So we weren't able to crack a record or anything, and we weren't able to beat a game, even though we got pretty far into it. But we do need to complete this quest in order to, because we created a short video, or it says create a short or video involving gaming. I'm going to consider the live stream that. So the live stream was the video we created. And then find something to incorporate into your car. When I was leaving, I was like, hey, do you guys have anything I can put on my car? And they gave me a sticker. So normally these are $1, and he just gave it to me. Okay, and then so those are these 2 quests to complete. I have an idea. I know what we're gonna do. I know how we're gonna complete this quest. So stick with me. We've got 4 hours till St. Louis. We're gonna go to the Loves in St. Louis, Missouri, so we can start making our way back. But before that, we have to. So in order to complete this game, road trip quest, we still need to complete 2 quests in the zone. We've earned $12 more than we've spent, so we have enough for lunch. So let's go find a place to eat, complete this quest. We only have 3 bars of gas. Actually, most of that money needs to go in gas, so we're gonna put, I guess we're gonna dash first. Hold on. If we beat the game, if we complete the quest, then we don't have to be holden by those rules anymore. So let's get some food. Let's beat a game, and then we will have completed road trip quest. Road trip quest was fun. All things considered, I think that there's a lot of work we could do to the game to make it better. And all I really wanted to do was to present a framework so other people could create something interesting from it. And I think that we managed to do that. I think Road Trip Quest is a framework. Alec, one of our subscribers, have been talking about things like XP systems and scoring, and you know, through this we came up with different combos and stuff, like completing 3 quests and drawing a joker from the deck. I wanted to add a little bit to the scoring system. You know, when we get a chance, when we finish the game, we'll score it. And I think what we'll do is we'll subtract 1 point for every day. And then we talked about how the different suits or whatever, the higher will be worth higher values. The reason we'll subtract a point is because it incentivizes completing better quests, because you're, or higher leveled quests rather, higher pointed quests, because you might roll a 1, get 1 quest, right? And then you can be out of there really fast, but you might only score 1 point with it because you did a easy quest. So that's kind of what I was thinking more on, is that when the quest deck needs to be weighted better. I think it's sort of okay. There's some quests I don't really like. You know, we'll go into later and have like a post-mortem on the alpha test, and we'll talk about ways to that we want to iterate on it. I just wanted to get some thoughts out while it was fresh. Okay, so we're here in Chino, IL, and we're gonna finish road trip quest. Well, I hope they don't get mad. I'm gonna modify the sticker. As cool as their logo is, their thing is, I think the logo is way cooler, and it takes up a lot of space. I don't really want to do multiple stickers on one side. We're kind of just loving the asymmetry here. So I'm going to cut off from here and then put the Galloping Ghost down there. There you go. Right on. Now all that's left to do is beat a game, huh? So we've been having issues with the 3D camera's application. It has like a app and to connect or whatever. So I just haven't really been able to get the footage off of there yet at this point in time. So that's why we weren't able to use it in Galloping Ghost. It would have been sick to get some 3D footage in there. But we're all trying to level up out here, you know? So we have to beat a game, right? There's one game that I know I can for sure beat. Okay, so we're gonna play Super Despair Runner. This is the first video game I ever programmed, and yeah, I made it after my relationship blew up and I was trying to learn how to code and all that. But I should be able to beat this game. So in this game, you play a character called Runner. It's the green character you see there. And they, oh my goodness. The runner who has lost their heart. So the goal of the game is to get to the finish line. In order to move your character forward, you click this box here, the last chance cube. And yeah, so you have a hope meter and a percentage to your goal and an age. So this says hurry up before you get too old. So clicking the box will move your character forward. And so these words are coming at you, right? So it shows your age. Your age is based on a lot of things. So you move faster the more hope you have. So we have 1 hope right now. You gain hope by destroying the words of self-hate. So you have these self-hate words and you destroy them. Now, if you don't destroy them, they will deplete your hope until you gain despair. So since that one's touching us, like if one's touching you, they also move you in the direction that they're pushing you in. So one mechanic that's kind of interesting is if you can gain hope, a bunch of hope. Like we have 6 right now, right? So I'm moving pretty fast. And then you can use the words to push you forward. So if you have a lot of hope, which we haven't gotten a lot of hope. So, and the closer you get to the goal, the harder it becomes to a certain point, and then it becomes... There we go, we beat a game. Completed. So the end screen here says congrats. It took us 28 seconds to start our journey. We defeated 206 words of self-doubt. And we took 201 steps to get to our goal. Our hope rating was 0.05. And it was 173 seconds. And we did it at 39 years young. I know it's kind of lame to beat your own game or whatever, but I mean, that's what happens. So... okay, that means that we have completed 3 quests today, so we get to do a special move and pull a Joker from the deck. Inside this deck is a Joker, and the Joker card allows you to break a rule. I don't know why I'm shuffling it. Joker acquired.